Work for somebody who has an MSNBC contract here. And most disappointingly, I do not see the man who said he would be an organizer-in-chief and would fight with us tooth and nail to give us health care. Where is Bernie Sanders? Where is AOC? Where is the squad? All of these so-called leaders are the so-called value. Addiction to money, power, politicians, old Bernie 2016.
This is Frank Analysis YouTube channel. Franco, I don't know his full name, but Franco.
In 1952, JFK said, what we are talking about doing, most of the countries in Europe did years ago. The British did it 30 years ago. Again, that was in 1962. It's now almost 60 years since that speech and 90 years since the British got universal health care. We are beyond the pale of being behind. And now the so-called, quote-unquote, progressives, who we elected to represent us, who we elected to fight for us against corporatist politicians like Nancy Pelosi, are telling us we have to wait longer. Amidst the pandemic and a post-Bernie 2016 era in which even the majority of Republicans now want universal health care. This is beyond disgusting. It's insane to think about how we still do not have universal health care in the richest country our planet has ever seen, and now people are beginning to realize that it is not normal. Our mainstream media and establishment politicians' old tricks of indoctrinating us into thinking this is just the way things aren't working anymore, and that's why we are all here today. We are here to make noise. We are here to make noise to the millions of Americans who have died from lack of health care, men and women who have sacrificed their labor to enrich the elite of this country. Children whose parents sacrificed their labor to feed them, but also to overstuff the elite into financial obesity. The elite prefer for the future of our society. The elite prefer to live blissfully with their gluttonous addiction to money and the power instead of investing in our children for the future of our society. The pharmaceutical and private health insurance industries do not want their unhealthy addiction to money at the expense of human lives and suffering to get treated. And neither does Nancy Pelosi and her addiction to money, power, and rich branded ice cream. I'm really proud to see you all out here fighting. A lot of you are young. All of us are working class. The people who I'm about to call out, I call out in order to raise awareness about who doesn't actually care about you. These are people that shouldn't be admired. This isn't a difference in strategy. This is a difference in the level of care. And these people do not care about you. These people aren't here like we are here, or aren't even supporting us from afar. You know who isn't here? The so-called, quote-unquote, leaders of the progressive movement and the quote-unquote homo progressives, TYT. I don't see anyone with an MSNBC contract or anyone who works for somebody who has an MSNBC contract here. And most disappointingly, I do not see the man who said he would be an organizer-in-chief and would fight with us tooth and nail to give us health care. Where is Bernie Sanders?
It's a good question. The reason why we're pissed off and wanting to get Medicare for all because we could have had President Bernie and we would have just had Medicare for all. We would have just had it. It's the most popular issue for the progressives. You can't trust Hassan Abi, Jimmy Elizabeth, Eric Levitz, Farron Cousins, Ben Dixon, Tamsin Shaw, David Pacman, Ben Burgess, Anna Kasparian, Salil Habibi, Roland Martin. These are all the haters. Jink Ugar, basically sycophants, right? Namiki Kuntz, Destiny, Cyber Demon, 531, Vosh, Josh Fox, Francesca Fiorentini, Johnny Odoriorio, David Sirota, Sam Cedar, Emma Vigilin, Max Kaiser, Stacy Hebert, our silent Cody Johnston, Nikki Glazer, Seth Meyers, Trevor Noah, Jimmy Fallon, Jimmy Kimmel. But you can trust Katie Halper, Aaron Mate, Graham Elwood, Totemies Diary, Ryan Knight, Brianna Joy Gray, Crystal Ball, Tim Black, Max Blumenthal, Kim Iverson, Nico House, Kyle Kalinsky, and Franc Analysis. And Glenn Greenwald, Richard Medhurst, Jackson Hinkle, Lee Camp, Steph Zamorano, Fiorella Isabel, Johnny Tsunami, Mike McRae, Ben Norton, Ron Platoon, Russia Today, America, Jimmy Dore, Humanist Report, David Dole, Status Quo, Hard Lens Media, Vanguard with Zach and Gavin. Those are the YouTubers you could trust. Dylan Radigan, Jill Stein, Nick Brana, Jesse Ventura, Justin Jackson, Cornell West, Nina Turner, Andrew Yang, Abby Martin, Marianne Williamson. Mark of the Beast is a YouTuber. But all those folks support it, even though they're not technically YouTubers.
Where is AOC? Where is the squad?
Where are they?
All of these so-called leaders are in their mansions, sitting comfortably with their government health care, and telling us that we have to wait. They're giving us excuses that are no different than the bought-out neocons like Mitch McConnell and Nancy Pelosi. You know what Sam Cedar said a couple weeks ago? She said that universal health care would take 12 years at least to pass. According to a 2009 Harvard study, 45,000 Americans die every year from lack of health care. According to a PNHAP poll, 56 of adult Americans reported medical financial problems in 2019. You can ask him for questions about this. After the massive increase in healthcare loss as a result of shutdowns by the pandemic, the number of people who die every year from lack of healthcare is expected to increase. But let's assume that 45,000 deaths per year. That is more than 500,000 Americans that will die after 12 years. In the richest country that the world has ever seen, that is unacceptable. But that urgency doesn't seem to strike Sam Cedar to take action outside of electoral politics. Jake Huger was telling his audience lies about how we'll have a Republican if Nancy Pelosi isn't voted as Speaker. That is a disingenuous lie, and I wouldn't be surprised if his union-busting ego knows it's a lie. What kind of journalist or commentator with a platform that big doesn't do deep enough research to know that if Nancy Pelosi doesn't get the speakership position, that it would just go back to the House for another vote, still with a majority of Democrats, and vote again. And when they vote for a speaker again, the same conditions stand. No vote for anyone, not just Pelosi, but anyone, unless they agree to put an 80-plus year late policy, Medicare for all, up for a vote in the House during a pandemic. Instead, James Huger is sending out emails begging working-class people who lost their jobs and their health insurance to donate money to his organization that will just take that money and then tell them to wait. So Jank and Anna and Ben Dixon and Sam Cedar and Emma Vigilant and Jamie Peck and all these other fake progressives care more about AOC's career and making money off of Bernie's legacy and then begging working class people for money just so they can later fundraise off electing our oppressors like Joe Biden. And they care about the millions suffering, then they aren't genuine leaders. They are careerists, propagandists, and self-serving grifters for the Democratic Party. The same party that is identical to the Republican Party in terms of who funds them, imperialism, and denying people their basic needs so that they can enrich their donors. The masks are off. They don't care about the urgency. They don't care about your struggle. And no matter what happens on the 3rd, we will keep fighting. We will keep informing ourselves with objective information. We will keep building our communities online and on the ground. We will keep exposing the synthetic left. We will keep pressuring our politicians until we get the things that we need. Thank you all so much. I love you all.
So if you saw the police came by here, looks like they're giving them some trouble.
All right, everybody, we're still going good for now.